episode of Creative Writing Advice with me, JJ Barnes. If you don't know me, I'm the author of How to Write a Story, amongst other things, and they're all available online. You can download all my books for just 99p on the Siren Stories bookshop, and I've put the links below so you can check those out. Monday, I'm not doing creative writing advice. Monday is the day I do Ask Me Anything. If you are new, and I know I have some new subscribers, I've had a little uptick actually, which is really nice. It's very flattering. So hello. Basically, people wanting to get to know me, myself, not just me, writer advice person. So I was getting a lot of questions about a lot of different subjects. So I said that once a week, for as long as you guys want me to, I will say, ask me anything, and I do my best to answer everything as honestly as possible. Sometimes it's harder to do that than you might expect, but I try. And yeah, I've always said, as long as you keep sending questions, as long as there's things you want to know about me, and I'll keep doing it. So Monday, I do Ask Me Anything. I get sent all these questions. Some of them are anonymous. They're sent on Ask FM. Other ones are commented on here. There's also social media, and again, all my links and everything. I put them all into this bag, and then I just take a few out at random, and some are older, some are newer, and I just, yeah, crack on with them. So we shall see what the first one is, and then we'll go from there. We'll do as many until I feel like I've gone on for so long that you're gonna like turn your computer off in frustration that I never stop talking. All right, okay. Are there any books or series that you find too mainstream? That's a really interesting question actually, because I feel like mainstream kind of has a negative connotation, as if being popular is bad, as if it's a bit overdone maybe, like everybody's read it, it's too, you know, blah. But I really don't agree with this actually. I think that being mainstream is great. I would love if my books were mainstream. I would love it if there was conversations where people were like, nah, everybody's read that, I'm not gonna read that. That would be cool. I would be very, very happy with that situation. I'd be like, yes, it's fine. If too many people have read my books, I'm fine with that. That'd be a really nice thing actually. So no, I have massive respect for people who manage to become something that might be seen as too mainstream, because they've achieved something. Their creations, their creativity has become something that becomes part of culture. That must be an incredible feeling. That must be like just wonderful. Imagine being like, my work, my ideas, my imagination has become too popular. It's that. No, there's nothing that's too mainstream for me. I love what I love. I love like books that are very mainstream. Like, I mean, Harry Potter's entered the culture, and I love that. I love indie writers. I've read so many indie books by really small writers that nobody knows, but I've loved. I love all the Marvel stuff. That's obviously very mainstream. I love, again, like weird little indie movies that don't really become part of culture but have like a small following. I've loved those. I basically, I'm a big believer in just love what you love, and don't worry if other people get it. Don't worry if other people enjoy it. Just love it because you love it. So yeah. Okay. Do you miss school? No. I cannot emphasize how big of a no that is. Oh my gosh, I feel sick just thinking about it. No, I don't miss school. I choose to write, some of my stories will be set in school. So Lily Prospero and the Magic Rabbit is set in a school, and it's not because I miss it. It's because school is a conflict-laden space. There is so much conflict to mine. You have got so many circumstances that can be challenging or uncomfortable or stressful. There are conversations going on all the time. There are people that you like, you don't like. There are different teachers, different classes, things you find easy, things you struggle with. There's conflict everywhere, and that makes it a really good setting actually for a story, because you want conflict in every scene. So I do not miss school at all, at all, at all, at all. But it is a useful setting for a story. But no, I don't miss school. I don't know if I've emphasised that enough. Right. Do you like McDonald's? I do. I'm vegetarian, and obviously there's less options that are vegetarian, but they're getting better actually. We are getting more and more vegetarian options in, and they do a really nice spicy wrap with like a veggie thing, and then lettuce and tomatoes, and like a really nice salsa, like spicy mayo stuff, and in a tortilla wrap, and that's really lovely. That's delicious. And I love fries, and I love the cheese bite things they do. I'm not vegan, so I eat cheese, and they do these really nice like cheesy things, really good. And yeah, so I like McDonald's. My kids love McDonald's. It's a real treat if we let them have McDonald's. We don't do it very often, but yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. You mentioned you always have music playing and the radio on all the time. Has music you're listening to ever changed your story? That's a really interesting question. When I'm working on admin-y stuff or art, I'll often have news radio. Sometimes music, but news radio more often if I'm doing something either arty or admin-y, because I'm a news junkie. I absolutely love the news. I'm obsessed. I want to know all the time what is going on in the world. I find it really interesting. But yeah, if I'm writing, it's music. You know what's really interesting? Because my writing partner, Jonathan, he uses the music he's listening to as inspiration specifically. So if he's writing like a tense scene, he'll listen to like a dramatic film score, like you know what I mean? Like he'll listen to something that sort of drives that energy, fuels that energy in him. If he's listening, like if he's writing like a love scene, like a romantic scene between two characters, again he'll listen to a love song. He actively uses the music to help shape his writing and get his energy in the right place. I don't. I tend to just have music playing. I've just got Spotify playlists. I've got like one that's chilled, one that's poppy, one that's rocky, and I usually, if I'm writing, listening to music, I usually listen to chilled music, sort of just mellow, just sort of nice. I've got one that is just female voices and one that's a mixture of male and female, and I just tend to listen to either one of those. Whether it shaped my story, changed my story in any way, that's I've never thought about it. Has it? I mean, maybe. The things that definitely will change my story are my life experiences. So I'm writing a book at the minute about a woman called Meg, and she's dating. She's sort of trying to decide if she wants to date. She's having experiences that, like, it's basically, it's like a chick-litty sort of, but with a heart. Like all my stories of conflict and issues that they mind, but there's dating scenarios where she's meeting men, and so much of my dating life experience has made it into this book, I tell you. What Ivy wants, my divorce experience, that made it in, like, very much. I put a lot of my own emotional journey into Ivy. I use my friends, my family, very strong, like, influences with those. Like, I shape a lot of characters based on people I know, and I use their reactions and their behaviours. So sometimes when people are friends with me, they're like, oh no, who's in this book? Like, am I going to recognise myself? They're always fictional people. Like, I don't, like, literally write my friends or my family or people I've worked with, but I use them, like, how I envision that character, that personality responding. It will often, yeah, I'll use them as shapings for my characters, because I want them to feel real. So if I have real people sort of part of them, it helps. But whether music has, I'm gonna say maybe, but not intentionally, because that's not something I use as I say, John uses it specifically for inspiration and fuel, but I don't. So if it has made its way in, it's not because I went to that. But it's a really interesting question, and I'm going to think about it a bit, because maybe I'm trying to like look over my stories over it and see if I can sort of see any influences from the music. But I don't know. Which life would you choose? A rich life or a happy, fulfilling life? A happy, fulfilling life. I can answer this like with quite a lot of certainty because I do not have a rich life right now. I have a happy and fulfilling life. Stressful, and you know, I'm not saying I have like this blessed existence where nothing ever goes wrong, obviously. But I have a happy, fulfilling life. I have a good home. I have children that I love with all my heart. I love my job. I'm passionate about my career. It's not rich, but I know that what I would rather have this. If you took, basically, I've been with money before. I've had a lot more money in my life. And I've had not a lot of money, but a happy life, which you've got now. And 100%, I know which one I would find harder to give up. And it's what I have now. I would feel like bereft if I lost the positives in my life now. Bereft is the right word. Like, I would absolutely be crushed if I lost the positives I have now. Whereas I'm still managing to be happy and fulfilled and without a lot of money. So yes, definitely, I would choose a happy and fulfilled life over a rich life. That said, like, you want to buy like a whole ton of books or anything? Always happy to have more riches in my happy, fulfilled life. Okay. Do you like football? I do like football. We're on Sunday going to watch the England in the Euros game. We've got like people that we're gonna sit with and watch that. We are Liverpool supporters in this house. I went to Liverpool City to watch the finals when we lost, but it's fine. Yeah, I'm not a massive football junkie. Like, I'm not interested in watching every match and keeping up with every, like, the points, and I'm not interested in that. John is, but I'm not. I'm just in for the crack, really. I like sort of supporting someone, and I like celebrating, and I like watching them run around, and I like being sort of, I enjoy the game. I enjoy watching the game. I'm not as interested in the politics that are sort of part of all the rest of it. But yeah, I do like football. I have a good time. I'm very in love with Jurgen Klopp. Okay, I'll do 2 more. 2. Don't let me go on longer than that, because I will. Name 5 of your favourite anime. I don't know if I have 5 favourite anime. Is Laputa anime? I think Laputa is anime, the Castle in the Clouds. I love that. I've been humming the theme tune to that all morning, actually. But I don't think I have 5 favourite anime. It's not a genre that I've sort of really explored, which is unlike me, actually, because I kind of have opinions on most subjects to do with story and film. But yeah, I don't really have 5 favourite anime, so I'm sorry, I can't answer that one. Alright, one more. And I say, don't let me go on for longer than that, because I'll get all overexcited and do more, so I'll do this one. What a question to end on! Okay. Would you rather fight Mike Tyson or Tyson Fury? Both fights would have to be underwater. I would not want to fight either of them. I am not very tough. I am a coward. In fact, I would go so far as to say I am not like fights, and I don't like aggressiveness. Aggression. I would, and underwater, What a question! Can I say no? I know it's an either or, but I don't want to fight anyone underwater or on land or in the air. I don't want to fight anyone. And I'm scared of being underwater. Sorry, I have failed I'll tell you what, these last two questions I've failed you. I failed you. I am so sorry. But I cannot. Okay. Done. For another week, I will answer questions that are left in there, and I will answer the new questions that I am sent next week. And as I say, I'll just keep doing this until you're like, no, I don't want to watch these anymore, no more questions. And that's cool, like I won't be offended. Like I feel like you have learned more about me in these last sort of few weeks of doing this than I imagined anyone would ever learn about me or want to know about me, so it's fine. I don't know how much more there is to learn, so it's fine if you like, even if you like just do a break for a while and don't do these. I really will not be offended by that. But if you are happy to keep sending questions and you do want me to keep doing Ask Me Anything, then I'm obviously very happy to do that too. So really, it's up to you. I'm not really here to sort of like dictate to you. I'm here to sort of be involved. So thank you very much. If you subscribe to this channel, I put out a video every Monday is Ask Me Anything. Wednesday and Friday are writing advice, where I break down different writing advice topics and I cover them and I discuss them and I teach you how to use them in your own writing. On Saturdays I'm reading chapters of my first book, Magic Rabbit. And yeah, every so often other things go out on here. We're podcasting low-key at the minute, so I'll be posting the audio tracks from our podcast on YouTube, or you can find it on Siren Stories, the podcast on your streaming services. And yeah, if you go to my website, which is jjbarnes.co.uk, you'll find links to all of my work, all the stuff that I've talked about, all my social media, so you can come chat to me, or you can leave a comment on here, that side, leave a comment on here and tell me anything, any questions that you have that I will put into my little bag of tricks, and we'll be back again soon. So thank you very much. Bye.